exciting. What's that? Survey? Thing does he ever like?
I just kind of coordinate through the family and stuff
Yeah,
like
he
that.
probably needs that. Sounds like he's busy all the time.
He is. He's very busy,
Yeah.
and so I do a lot of editing and stuff like that, and I'm learning sort of right now. And so eventually, when I better cash that check soon, honey, because we're gonna see another Runaway Bride real soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, and she's like, yeah, it's.
Oh, here. Okay. I guess they have the plastic because they don't want us to walk.
Wow.
Just get ready and.
Good luck.
I don't believe in luck in this business.
Be interesting to get the reflection on it.
Just gotta get that tied up.
Yeah.
¿Se puede? No, no, you go past my house and then there's a shopping center in the corner. I'm gonna go step forward. Yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah. No. No.
Jump through, Alex.
Okay, right, thank you. Bye.
Slide right through you here.
Your friend is nice, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Slip over this way. Okay.
extra.
Okay, I put it on the table. It's okay. Reception table.
That's good for now.
Yeah, just wait until she's
Yeah,
got a headdress.
Yeah.
Giving it
Yeah.
like, yeah. What about the groom? Is he, how's he?
Yeah, where is he?
He's not ready yet.
He's inside there.
Yeah, I'll give him some
Want me
time
to
to.
ask him
What
to
that?
come out or?
Yeah, no, everything's fine. We'll give him another 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
All right.
I don't know if I want to put a belt or what. I should have.
I'm walking the groom down, but I'm not ready yet for pictures.
Oh, okay.
You're doing it anyway, aren't you?
This is the
This is
blooper
the
reel.
before the getting ready.
This is when we got the fun music. And dun-dun-dun.
I don't really know how this works. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for the mirror shot.
Được chắc không á?
Phải có gì kẹp không?
Phải có cái kẹp nữa.
Yeah, I think I need the clip, but I didn't have it, so it's not gonna be stable.
Do you have a bobby pin?
Yeah. Mày có không? Mày có hai kẹp không?
Would this work?
Cái kẹp này
Let's
chắc nè.
try it. Yeah. Maybe underneath here.
Uh-huh. So, how
And then
far
you
up
can-
would you like the veil to be?
You know, because I have this thing too.
Okay, let me have a
I
look
don't
at
know which one would work. This
Okay.
one got pearl, so let's try
Matches.
that one. Yeah.
So, how far would you like this?
Maybe right by here.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
and then maybe move the veil
Mhm,
up.
mhm, yeah.
So we'll just move this forward.
In the first.
It's a little short. I'm gonna ask the catering staff whether someone has a bobby pin or
Okay.
something. Okay.
Yeah, mày có hai kẹp không?
Kẹp này nè.
Looking good.
Kẹp này là cái kẹp ấy đó. Được không?
Mhm.
Hả?
Okay.
Bữa tôi kêu ông nào đi mua cho món kẹp.
So I'm gonna slide by this.
Ít về.
Okay. Check on the grill here.
Này, được không?
Yeah, chắc được.
Nó kẹp.
Okay, thank you.
And who do you think has got them?
Who's that? Is that the mother of the group?
That's the sister.
Sister. Okay. Okay.
Let me look at this
Just one
gorgeous
more
female.
picture.
Jerry, yeah, can you make sure, you know, this, the flower.
Where's the girl? Wait, she's gonna do.
Yeah.
How many pins does she
Shuffle
need?
one
This is
group.
make sure the ring.
The long ones or the short ones?
Yeah, they're the normal ones.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. I little.
Oh, she
need
has
some?
already.
Okay.
Here,
We're in the garage somewhere.
They're in the garage somewhere? All right, I'll
And can you in charge of this, the kids, they, you know, and the flowers might not be filled like this.
on that.
Thank you.
Okay? Has she done enough?
I don't know if I gotta see how it's gonna work out. I'll give them back, I promise.
All right. Will you give them back? You promise? Yeah.
Thanks for here.
Huh? There?
Yeah. Okay. So, want the crown to swap? So let's fasten the crown first.
Okay.
Or fasten the veil first, and then.
Veil, yeah. You want?
Looks like round table. Someone eating round table here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Uh-oh. We'll move this again. We're gonna have to make you go gadget ways.
Thank you. maybe you can be closer to the, yeah. Mm-hmm.
How's that? Would you like to try it with the other one, or
Yeah.
you want to try the other one too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank God there's fan here.
You okay with a couple of shots?
Actually,
Or do you want me to wait?
I might have the small one go here.
Blind leading the blind, yeah. Let's see, as far as bow ties go.
He was beautiful.
Oh wait, I mean, you didn't actually. Did you actually have to tie the tie?
No, but the
Oh,
hook is
I
off.
thought you guys were trying to figure out how to tie it.
Oh, we would really need a lot of help.
Oh, it's not even a tie.
Okay, so
It's just like a clip-on.
maybe you
thing.
can make it longer, but I think you need to be right in this range.
I don't know. I forgot the instruction manual.
Does it flip over?
There you go. Yeah, so a lot longer. Okay, well that's a way too, but
So.
Okay, I'm gonna do some kind of final, touch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you still have a tag.
I'm going to take it out for me, please.
Good eye.
Expression in our makeup probably doesn't want to have pictures of that. Is that for the bride or groom?
okay. Center it here.
The roses are right. I don't know who they're for.
Where's this other hook? Because my other hook can't.
It's not flat. You need to
Yeah,
make sure
I
it's
know.
flat.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, this thing is still.
Photo there?
No, it's not there.
Photo's not there? Okay. You know, in my dining room table, there's big picture. And on the floor, there's the book for people signing.
Okay,
And then the big picture, people sign all around it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You take
So
the
what I'm
picture.
gonna do, I'm gonna give this to
Sylvie?
Sylvie.
Because each people I assign a table. So they
Yes,
go-
already I saw it in here.
Yeah. You tell them which table to go to.
Okay.
Okay, dear. Any shadow on your eyes if you like?
I don't know. It looks good. And where the glass to be broken are.
So how are you feeling?
Warm.
Warm. That's everyone here.
There we go. Who's looking sharp now?
Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, that looks good.
I don't need
Well, this was quite an
Can I
endeavor.
put your purse there?
We only had one balloon pop. Kind of a neat to do that. Yeah, they go from big balloons to small balloons in the middle.
How's the house look since you were here last?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Painted.
That's
Very nice.
got a sign there. Oh, he's in Vietnam.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
not only the part that seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms and the clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by an abundance of delight. May you both go into the world and fulfill your lives. Hold fast to your ideals. Give to one another new experiences of joy. Challenge one another that you may grow. May the love you hold for each other, now sealed in a marriage, continue to mature, that your life together will be a source of strength and inspiration to the community of your family and friends. With the ending of this ceremony comes the beginning of this marriage. Not once and forever, but again and again shall the mystery of two people together and in love move one another and touch the world. For marriage is not something said and done, but a promise whose fulfillment is acted out in time. To conclude our ceremony, we will honor the Jewish tradition of breaking the glass. The breaking of the glass at the end of a wedding ceremony serves to remind us of two very important aspects of marriage. The bride and groom and everyone should consider these marriage vows as an irrevocable act, just as permanent and final as the breaking of this glass is unchangeable. But the breaking of the glass is also a warning of the frailty of a marriage, that sometimes a single, thoughtless act, breach of trust, or infidelity can damage a marriage in ways that are very difficult to undo, just as it would be so difficult to undo the breaking of the glass. Knowing that this marriage is permanent, the bride and groom should strive to show each other the love and respect befitting their spouse and love of their life. There is another tradition that is coupled with the breaking of the glass. After the bride and groom are announced as husband and wife, and after the glass is crushed, everyone shouts out, Mazel Tov. Because you've exchanged in our presence promises of faithful love and symbols which make your covenant visible, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal the union with a kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to introduce to you for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Richard and Ann Reed. I would like to invite all the guests to the reception. Thank you. Please be seated. On behalf of Ann and Richard and their families, I would like to welcome all of you here today to this joyous celebration. Today is truly joyous. A day for celebration, a day to remember as they begin their new life together. As you hear these words spoken here today, know that these are the words that Ann and Richard have chosen to express their feelings of love and marriage. These words come from their hearts to each other and to you, their community of family and friends. Let us pause to bring to mind the names of those who are not present today, whether they have passed on or they're simply not here, so that we may feel complete in this ceremony as we feel their presence close by. Although not present in body, their deep love is not lessened by distance or time, and their loving spirit surrounds and completes this ceremony. I welcome all of you to this special event in which Ann and Richard declare before you, their community of family and friends, that they choose each other. This is an occasion which is both solemn as we reflect on the seriousness of their decision and festive as we share their joy. We are witnessing an important event in the lives of these two friends. Ann and Richard, as you embrace one another in your love, so too do you embrace the families which have been brought together on this happy occasion. At this time, I would like to invite Hin and Millie up for a moment. Just right up here, sorry.
Thank you.
As a token of your gratitude for your families, I would like to ask you to offer these roses as a symbol of your eternal love. Thank you. You can be seated. Thank you so much.
Am I to get them out?
No, they're yours.
Oh my, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You can
Thank
be
you,
seated.
Ann.
Thank you. Ann and Richard, you come together willingly today as distinct, growing individuals, each true to your love, each sound in spirit, each free to explore the dimensions of life in the spirit of unity, cooperation, and trust. Our service is based on the relationship in which Ann and Richard share their love, faith, and trust in each other. It is a covenant. We affirm their love for each other. We have come together, family and friends, to uphold them as they make their vows of marriage. We celebrate with them the love they have discovered in each other, and we support their decision to commit themselves to one another for the rest of their lives. The union of husband and wife in heart, body, and mind is intended for their mutual joy, for the help and comfort given to one another in prosperity and adversity. Marriage is a relationship entered into thoughtfully, reverently, and deliberately, with gratitude for the past and hope for the future. Let us pause to give thanks for the gift of life and for its renewal each day. We gather together to celebrate this time, which brings Ann and Richard to the threshold of their marriage, for the dreams they have dreamed and for their hopes for themselves and for each other. We give thanks. We pray that the words and spirit of our gathering may be filled with meaning which will deepen with the passing years. God, as you join us today, we ask for your blessings upon this couple. Though their paths are intertwined, let them be aware of each other's separateness. As they learn from one another, may they grow stronger as individuals and closer as a couple. Bless their home and allow it to be a place of joy and serenity. Bless their families and friends and the relationships which have supported, strengthened, and sustained them throughout their lives. In difficult times, help them to look into their hearts and remember the love that brought them here today. May their love be nurtured by you always and forever. May this marriage be held in your hands and ministered unto by your angels. We dedicate this love to you. May this man grow strong in the arms of this woman, and may this woman grow strong in the arms of this man. May the earth be brought closer to heaven through their love. May all the world be blessed hereby. Amen. Ann and Richard, I remind you as you stand in the presence of all of us here today that love and loyalty are the foundation of a happy, enduring home. During the days of your engagement, you have given careful thought to the meaning of your marriage. You have begun the joining of your lives, and today we bless you that you will continue to grow together throughout the time you share. The future is unknown to any of us, yet your love for one another and trust in goodness will make possible the act of faith that you now make in our midst. Your marriage is intended to join you for life in a relationship so intimate and personal that it will change your whole being. It offers you the hope and indeed the promise of a love that is true and mature. To attain such love, you will have to commit yourselves to each other freely and gladly for the sake of a richer and deeper life together. I call to your attention the seriousness of the decision which you have made and the covenant that you are about to declare before your community of family and friends. Be very clear that your marriage is dependent upon your willingness to be faithful to each other. Honoring your vows rigorously, constantly, and continuously will bless you with a home of peace and a loving relationship in which you both will grow. Let us bless this marriage. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring. And may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you both. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another, and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, and often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have the good sense enough to take the first step back. In your future, be kind to each other. And when you disagree, do it respectfully. Be gentle and forgiving with each other. When you forgive, your hearts grow a little bigger and a little more understanding and a little more compassionate. Be strong but flexible. When you compromise, you both win. Communicate with one another. Share the joy that's in your heart and the sorrow that burdens you. May you enter into the mystery, which is the awareness of one another's presence. No more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you're side by side, and warm and near when you're separate rooms or even in distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it in making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it in loving one another. The union of Ann and Richard brings together two family traditions, two systems of roots, in the hopes that a new family may become strong and fruitful. Theirs is a personal choice and a decision for which they are primarily responsible, yet their lives will be enriched by the support of the families from which each comes. Their hope is that all of you here today will encourage them in their marriage, that you will celebrate with them their decision to choose each other, and that you will stand beside them always. Ann and Richard, in presenting yourselves here today to be joined in marriage, you perform an act of faith. This faith can grow and develop and last, but only if you both decide to make it so. A lasting and growing love is not guaranteed by any ritual. If you would have the foundation of your marriage to be the devotion you have for one another, not just at this moment, but for all the days to come, then treasure the hopes and dreams that you bring here today. Establish that your love will never be blotted out by the common nor obscured by the ordinary in life. Faults will surface where you now find comfort, and admiration can be shattered by the routine of daily life. Dedication, love, and joy can grow only when you nourish them together. Stand fast in that hope and confidence, having faith in your shared destiny just as strongly as you have faith in yourselves and one another today. Only with this spirit can you forge a union that will strengthen and endure all the days of your lives. And now as you say your vows of marriage, we shall all be listening and sharing that with you. And perhaps we shall even be moved to remember and renew vows that we've made in our lives. Please join hands. The hand which each offers to the other is an extension of yourselves, just as is the warmth and love which you express to each other. Cherish the touch, for you are touching another life. Be sensitive to its pulse and try to understand and respect its flow and its rhythm, just as you do your own. This symbolizes friendship, as you both promise to be true and loyal friends. It symbolizes union, that you promise to keep your union uppermost in your lives. Most of all, it symbolizes love, the love that you feel for each other. You have joined hands for this moment, for this day, and for this lifetime. Anne and Richard have written vows that they would like to share now.
What can I say? This moment has played in my mind since the very first moment I saw you. I knew that I was going to be in trouble. I tried to resist you, but I could not. Your parents, daughter, sisters, and brothers captivated my very being. I never dreamed or even dared to hope that I would meet anyone so special who changed my very being. I've often heard people say the word soulmate, and I did not know what it meant until today. Honey, I can go on for days. And talk about my feelings for you and how our hearts, minds, and spirits, faith, and dreams come together, how perfectly as one. I don't know how to thank your mom and dad for my Anne. What you've given her, she now gives to me, and I thank you for her. I love you. My dear Lillian, although you are not here in body, but in spirit, I want you to know how much you are loved and missed. Our union guarantees you a place not only in our heart, but as well in this brick and mortar domain we call home. So may the butterfly of love carry this message to you.
As I standing here at the altar of life, where life is touched by love and loved by life, I share with family and friends in taking my marriage vows. I see the door open for comradeship and mystery, for growth and fulfillment. So I pray that each of us may bring our whole and best self to the other. May we bring intelligence as well as faith to the task that is set before us. May we maintain enduring trust, respect, remembering that understand all is ever to forgive all. Melody, from this day on, I promise to honor and protect you and provide for you the best of my ability. I promise to take this home, a heaven where trust, love, and laughter are abundant. I